Unfortunately, the same could not be said for another family act that flourished during the 1940s. The Wallendas were a third-generation circus family. The Wallendas, with their sensational high-wire balance act, had become a favorite with European audiences. Upon witnessing their show in Cuba, John Ringling immediately signed them. By the 1940s, they were one of the most popular circus acts of all time, a title they held for almost 50 years.
So we came into the building, set up the building, and of course everybody was nosy, wanted to know what we can do. So we did do the act, and after we came down, we went in the dressing room because the people kept on whistling and stomping the ground on the outside, which is a thing in Europe, just the opposite from what it is here. When they do this in Europe, you're no good. Just leave, forget about it, take the ringer down and disappear. Over here, we had a 10 to 15-minute standing ovation.
Working without a net, they performed incredible feats. High-wire walks, shoulder stands, acrobatics, and bicycle rides. Yet none matched the daring of their most famous act, the seven-man pyramid.
If you watch the seven-man pyramid or think about how many people all have to work in one unified action to make this work, and watch the wire as it starts to bend as they walk out on it, and you get the weight of 7 people. That was magic. That's the magic of the circus.
But it wasn't to be performed for long.
He was a front man, way up in front, the first one out, carrying a pole that weighs approximately 35 to 40 pounds. Well, he made one big, great mistake. Well, what he was trying to do is trying to get relaxation on this hand, and took his pole and threw this pole up in the air. That pole is your lifeline. And when that pole left his hand, the weight from all the people just went down on him and just knocked him right off the wire.
On January 30th, 1962, as they were midway through the pyramid, Carl's nephew cried out, "I can't hold on anymore." In one of the circus's greatest tragedies, 2 died and a 3rd was paralyzed. But remarkably, on the following day, Carl Wallenda once again returned to the wire, telling startled performers, "Life is always on the wire. The rest is just waiting."
He was a strict pusher. He was a person who wouldn't lay down. You thought he went to sleep or down and took a rest or something? No. He was already thinking about new tricks on the wire.
Eventually, he became a solo act, traversing the world, staging ever more elaborate walks. At the age of 65, Wallenda attempted one of his most daring walks as he crossed the Tallulah Gorge in Georgia, a walk of 1,000 feet, a walk most didn't believe could be done.
They still talking. All my friends say, "You're really going to work over it?" I don't think about anything else. I have to work now.
And so on a windy July day, 1970, in Tallulah, Georgia, Carl Wallenda would make a walk few believed humanly possible.
Okay?
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
What else? Wait a minute. I got some more candy for you.
Oh, that's enough.
That's enough? Okay, here, wait a minute. Take this along for me. It's the last letter I got. Hold on.
Okay.
I didn't open it yet. I want to read it.
All right.
Bring it to me the other side.
Yeah.
You don't do anything special because next time you won't have anything to do then.
Yeah.
Okay?
Don't worry. God is with me now.
The walk would take him over a rocky gorge some 750 feet below.
It's a little windy now. More wind than I expected. God is with me. I believe everything will be all right.
I did it. It's my martini time. I have to hurry, otherwise I won't get it.
Once again, the great Wallenda cheated death. But finally, in 1978, at 73 years old, Carl Wallenda didn't make it. Walking the wire between two 12-story buildings, a distance of 750 feet apart, he was blown off balance by a gust of wind. Some believe that if he had dropped his balance pole and held the wire with both hands, he could have made it. But he didn't, instead falling over 100 feet to his death. One wonders if Carl Wallenda had been 30 years younger, would he have succeeded in making that walk? Well, one thing we know for sure, audiences who saw the Wallendas perform at the peak of their popularity during the 40s witnessed one of the greatest circus acts of all time.